Hey entrepreneur, this is Mark Newsom, Mr. Marketing. Welcome to this special presentation entitled How to Get Your Very Best Customers to Come Back More Often and Spend at least 25% more each time they do. This low-cost, high-powered marketing strategy, ladies and gentlemen, will show you how to lock in your best customers for literally pennies on the dollar. Ladies and gentlemen, you're about to discover a powerful, little-known marketing strategy that will easily help you out-promote your big-buck major competitors for pennies on the dollar. So let's suppose you own this little mom-and-pop grocery store right here in the town of Pleasantville, which means you own the Pleasantville Grocery. And let's say as a direct result of, a downturn in the economy and maybe some layoffs, your normal customers just don't have the discretionary income that they normally have, which means A, they're coming to the store less, and B, when they do come, they're spending less money. So as a direct result, you start looking around, trying to find some alternatives to how you build your business. And you happen to come across this Mr. Marketing guy, and as a direct result of A, reading my blog, and B, downloading my special reports, and C, reading and applying what you learn in your emails, you have an aha moment. And you come up with this brilliant idea. Here's what Mr. Marketing recommended that you do, and this is what you decide to do. You create a VIP coffee club. What's that all about? Let's find out. Here's the way this is going to work. You're going to now start offering this super large cup of coffee, and you're going to get this cup from a local vendor. And you're going to call it what else? The Big Gulp. But here's the point. Instead of people going to Starbucks and paying $4.79 or paying $4.79 at your store for a normal cup of coffee, get this. They now only have to pay 49 cents a cup. Why is that? If they're a member of the VIP coffee club, that is. So what you do is you stick a big giant sign right near where they buy their coffee or pour their coffee. And here's the way this is going to work. For just $5 for a year, they can lock in this price of 49 cents. Or a better value, for just $7, they automatically lock in for 2 years at that same price of 49 cents a cup. Now, ladies and gentlemen, stop and think about this for just a second. Number one, put yourself in the shoes of the consumer. If you are going to stop in at this place and buy a cup of coffee anyway, on your way to work, does it make sense for you to spend $5 for a year or $7 for 2 years? Bingo. So you'll probably opt for the 2-year plan, but no matter which plan you go for, stop and think about this. If you were used to walking into that store and buying a large cup of coffee, and let's say it costs, in this case, $4.79, you may as well say $5. Would you rather spend 49 cents for that cup from now on, or for the next year or 2 years, or the same $4.79? Bingo. Now, the competitors that are in that town who don't think this marketing stuff is important, what do you think is going to happen now when word gets out? Now, here's the way this works. That card, you're simply going to put their first and last name and whatever plan they go for. Either you're going to make a date of 12 months, a year out, or 2 years out. And there's a couple of things you're going to put on the back. We'll get to that in a second. But here's the point of this. Do you really think somebody's going to walk into your store who drinks coffee, and for $5 they only have to pay, let's just call it 50 cents because it's a little easier to calculate. They only have to pay 50 cents, and they're going to remember this cup is bigger than your normal large cup. That's why you're calling it the Big Gulp. Now they can get this super large cup of coffee or cocoa, whatever it happens to be, for just 49 cents. Do you really think they're just going to leave? No way. If you were expecting a refund on your taxes of, let's say, $1,100, and you got $2,700 back, what would you do? Now, of course, you probably put the money in the bank for, for holding purposes, but ultimately, where is that money going? That's right, back into the economy. Bingo. Same exact concept here. Here's the other thing. When these people get to work and they stick that coffee, that mug on their desk, what do you think's going to happen? That's right. Where did you get it? And then when they tell them how much they paid, what do you think these people are going to do? That's right. A certain percentage of them are going to come. They're going to join the coffee club. And here's how it works. They bring the card back with them, so you have proof that they're in the club, and also you know when their membership expires. And they simply bring the mug back with them. And they pay whatever the market price is you decide on. Now here's the other thing you can do. If it makes sense to get some extra free word of mouth advertising, you might create a special program either for senior citizens, if there's if you have an active senior citizen clientele, or high school students. And here's the way it will work. Let's say you let the seniors pay the same annual fee, in other words, $5 for a year or $7 for 2 years, but for the seniors, they may only pay 29 cents for this large cup of coffee. Because remember, you're trying to get the seniors, when they go back to bingo and these other meetings and organizations they're in, to talk it up, to give a buzz. So they'll bring these other people back with them. And the same with the high school students. Now, here's the other thing. Stop and think about this. When they come in on their birthday, and that's the other thing, on the back of the card, you're going to ask them for their birthday, not the year they were born, just the month and the day. You put that on the card, and when they come in on their birthday, they can come back all day, and every time they come, they just present the card and bring the cup, and whatever they end up drinking, it's on the house. Now stop and think about what's happening here, ladies and gentlemen. Do you think these people are going to talk it up when they're getting their hair cut, when they're at a social event, and when they're at work? Here's the other thing. Here's the other piece of information you asked for. If they're married, just their one anniversary, you know, the month and the day. And again, if they come in, say morning, afternoon, and before you close, long as they have their identification, that card, and the mug, the cup's on you all day. Entrepreneur, I hope you can see how powerful this is, and for such a small cost, how you can create some serious residual income from your exact same customers as compared to your competitors. Now here's the other thing. These big gulp cups are going to be universal. What does that mean? In other words, if you have a lunchtime special, you know how you might sell 2 slices of pizza and a small soda for a certain price, which in reality is a discounted price. They can bring in their card and that big gulp and get the same 2 slices of pizza, but instead of paying, say, $1.19 for that small cup of soda, you'll let them substitute their big gulp and you give them the big gulp price. And this will work the same thing with your, if you have a Subway special, sandwich special. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you can see, A, the simplicity of this strategy, and B, more importantly, how it can multiply your income. Because here's the other thing you could do. You could let some college students go around and sell these, you call it VIP memberships, to the student body, and they make, say, if they sell it for $5, they get $3.50, and if they sell it for $7, they get $5. All they have to do is bring the card back so you can laminate it with the information on it, and then you pay them. Entrepreneur, without a doubt, you are missing the boat big time if you do not take advantage of this simple, incredibly powerful strategy. In fact, in part 2, you're going to discover how another service provider type business can use this exact same strategy to hit it out of the park. Until then, for those of you who want to discover how you can add an additional 25% more gross profit to your bottom line in the next 90 days or less without having to add any new customers or clients, ladies and gentlemen, grab your free 9-page special report. It's at youcanmarketonlinenow.com/sales. This is Mark Newsom, Mr. Marketing, looking forward to being with you next time on the Marketing Minute.